All right. This is the factory. This is kind of the front of the factory, facing north. North being in that direction where the big waterfall is. We'll do a quick tour of the main base area. This is where I essentially started, and it's changed a lot. I mean, this area right here used to be filled with copper production, in part because this guy was right here. This has been here almost since the beginning. In terms of even all just the little like design here, it's almost like the base is designed around this one copper miner. But anyways, we'll start at the first level here. You know, we've got basically a bunch of iron ingots getting made. This may change soon. I've begun switching over to steamed ingots recipes, but in either way, again, this is kind of where it started. So there's a lot of artifacts of old stuff. We're creating what are these things called? Frames, modular frames here. And it's crazy how much you need. They create 3 per minute. So your arrays will end up being quite large for those. Okay, going on to, what are these? Reinforced iron plates. Lots of those, as you can see. And over here we've got some iron plates being made with a plastic recipe. Iron ingots in plastic. It's actually what this lower iron ingot area provides the ingots for this up here. And I'm not, can't, I think these iron plates are supplying these, which of course eats up rubber as well, and as you can see. I'm not sure yet if I need to like revise some of these recipes for the older areas of my factory, but you know, we're going to eventually scale up a lot more, and I think at that point it will become a much more, you know, pressing issue. So until then, it'll remain like this. All right, we got stators there. We're making rotors just a little bit further down, and here we've got motors, which are definitely something I needed to automate because you gotta make lots of refineries at this point in the game, so that's lots of motors. Okay, this is where we're making some SAM fluctuators. Got computers over here. Another resource intensive. Not array intensive, but it is slow. You know, if you want to make a lot of computers, you're going to need a lot of arrays. The thing with computers, well, this recipe, I'm using crystal oscillator. I like this recipe a lot. It's simple. It's just, well, you'll see my crystal oscillator setup. It's hungry. It's hungry. All right. Gonna move over to the other side of the factory. We're on this 3rd floor, I think. I'm just gonna venture back down here. 2nd floor here is where I'm doing all my copper cable. Well, it's not cable. What is it? Wire, copper wire, or just wire, which goes on to be made into cable over here. Gonna check this. Yep, we're doing ingots and caterium ingots. So we're combining copper and caterium and getting a bunch of copper wire out. I've got I've got caterium import actually upstairs here. 4th level, as we have labeled caterium import. Da, 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 da. I kind of like the little train stop design I did here. It's a little bit in your face. You're like, wham! There's the train. But, you know, works pretty well. We're just going to run over real quick to the caterium factory production area. It's kind of a special building. I think it was the second, or no, it was the third large building I created, and I really went all out when I decided to fully expand it and get it, like, maxed out here on the node. And here's the node. Pumping out 1,200 caterium per minute. Using a caterium, what is it? Pure caterium ingot recipe. Lots of water, which we get here. We also take water and take it over to the main base area so that we can make concrete and those steamed copper sheets recipe. And this is more caterium. Lots of caterium going out here. I'll do a quick look at the front of the building just so you can see. It's kind of overhanging. I don't want to fall and die, but you know, it's kind of this idea of, you know, like supported on these large pieces here. I guess I should probably, there we go. Oh, got to do it there too, huh? Nice. All right. I'll probably like expand that out, make it look a little more robust, but you know, you can only do what you can do. So anyways, that's kind of what the front of the building looks like, just kind of looking out over the planet. Oh God. Here we have water tanks for reservoir storage, just you know, for buffer really. I get paranoid with certain fluid dynamics of the game, and so I'll sometimes overcompensate. All right. So that's the caterium plant. Upstairs used to have caterium wire, but I since moved that all the way over there because I realized I could make so much copper that making caterium wire was pointless. To do it over there, just ship all the ingots over here and do it over here. Don't want to get run over. Okay. We're now back in the main factory, obviously, and we're just going to take one last little tour of the main area. And I just kind of expanded this. It's still a little bit of a work in progress, but the upper areas needed some walking around ability because the building shape itself is a little bit awkward if you want to get from one end to the other. So I completed this little walkway finally. Got little doors there. This was already there. These doors were already here. This is where we're making all of our copper. Lots of copper. I don't even know how much copper I'm making. It's a lot. Way more than I even use right now. As you can tell by all the yellow lights. I just added in these elevator shafts, which go all the way down, which we'll take a quick look at soon. And I opened this little, made triangular large opening. This will probably end up getting covered. I'm not sure how tall I'll make it before I do that, but I think I'm getting close. All right, and we'll just take a quick look down at the base. I just want to do a quick walk kind of from the front, so you get to see what it's like head on. All right. I didn't like to get rid of this big tree. I would have had to blow it up, I guess, every time, or change the position of the base in some way. So I just incorporated these things because they look better. A little weird, like places like this, but you know, what can you do? It's not perfect. But I like seeing a little bit of nature. I mean, you know, I'm not. We got transport belts going one side to the other. They're going both ways. Here's where the main elevator shafts are. I still haven't hooked them up yet, so they're not powered, but we are getting close. The centerpiece here, a little celebration of Satisfactory homage. Okay. I think I've already been back in there, so we're just going to go up. Little cross stair that I made there, cross ramp. And, oh yeah, here we go. This is the crystal oscillator setup right here. And these are some hungry boys, like I said. We got, you know, yeah, we got a lot. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's 10. So 20 total. 20 total, which means that we're feeding in about, what, 560... Yeah, 560 quartz crystal. And we're shoving in nearly 400 rubber. And about, what is that? For 20, that would be 28 times 2, which is, what, 56? Which is, I think, the same amount of oscillators I'm putting out, because it's a 1-to-1. So yeah, 56 per minute. It's pretty, oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Well, that's strange. I wonder why this isn't getting fed here. Oh, right. Actually, you know, this is kind of confusing. I guess, yeah, we do overflow there, so only get crystal oscillators when there's overflow. So I must have, I think I took something and that increased the production capacity, and then that, but I don't need them. I don't need crystal oscillators to build things, so that's fine. I was just kind of curious why that was happening. Cool. So yeah, this is kind of like the current state of the big main factory, the southern factory, which I should soon start calling it because it'll soon. This is a nuclear plant that's just there kind of as a reminder for inspiration. You know, it's something I really want to do, but it's very complex. It requires a bit of God. Yeah, if you want to do it cleanly, it takes quite a setup, and you still want your power production back end to be somewhat supported by gas. At least the nuclear branch of it you want supported by oil. I don't think you would want to just risk losing all power to your nuclear plant and not having any sort of power source to get the nuclear plant back up. So I don't think I'll ever get rid of my power plant, which I'll show you here in just a minute. But I'm going to add nuclear in soon. Ah, there we go. This is the power plant coming up. So where I'm looking right now is where I first started my big gas generator plant. And boy, it was glorious when I did it, but it's so flat, it's so spread out, and it doesn't matter anymore because I've got a rocket fuel power plant here. Now with rocket fuel, what I do is I bring in oil, do the heavy oil recipe, get standard gasoline, lots of fuel. I don't need a production increase here because I'll just add more. I don't need to conserve products quite yet, but here I do, and this is why I add in the Sumer sloops, because it essentially helps me to double the output of effectively of nitrogen and sulfur, which are kind of rare in the game, even coal. So it helps with that, which is essentially why I could so far build 1, 2, 3, and 4 stories of these rocket fuel power generators using the nitro fuel recipe. It's epic. It's actually awesome. So let's just take a quick look at what the power output is, just so you guys know. We got 123 average production, and then what max consumption is sitting at 73. So we're still like 50,000, almost halfway underneath our total consumption. We're fine. We're fine. But that's kind of why I'm thinking, well, I'm going to have to get rid of this. I will get rid of this, and I'll probably move most of it back into the large building I made there. Oh. That was a close one. Okay. Now we'll take a real quick tour, just a quick tour of the metal steelworks, as I call it. Steelworks. Here we go. Now, it used to be a smaller building. It was just rectangular going back this way. And then I just like blew it out in the other direction because I needed all the space. Like I mentioned earlier, I discovered the pure ingot recipe, which is, you know, requires a ton of water, but also super productive. So we're making tons of iron ore. And we're even using a lot of it to just generate a lot of coupons, which we'll eventually use to make or to get the golden nut. We're gonna get the golden nut soon. I think I'm close to 500 away. I'm getting close. Anyways, a third of the way there is close, damn it. All right, and so anyways, this is where we do our steel production. Lots of steel, lots of iron, obviously lots of iron. It goes up here where steel gets added into the mix, and we put out... actually, no, I'm sorry, I'm wrong about that. Boop. The steel is down here. And all the iron are these refineries, and the steel gets made here on these two floors. This floor and the floor right above. These are the foundries which produce the steel. And then those steel ingots are what gets sent up here and produce the beams, the pipes. In this case over here, it gets combined with concrete to make reinforced beams. And all the way down here, you know, I can't remember what I'm making. What am I making over here? Iron rods. Lots of iron rods. We've got 5 arrays. Balanced out. This was tricky. This was a tricky balance here because we've got, yeah. Okay, so that's the steel plant. All right, now what do we have left? I think we just have our north base now. I mean, there's some stuff over here, but it's not really even, it's not ready to even show you. Over here, though, no trucks or anything. I'm not using any trucks yet. I've obviously got the roads to do it, but I haven't really needed them quite yet. I feel like I'm getting there, though. Once I start wanting nuclear and maybe here we're doing some aluminum bauxite. Whoa. Products all going down. Kind of built this like Pride Rock, and I call this my north base, even though maybe it may not be my north base for all time, but for now it is. I like the waterfalls, so I just kind of encased them into the factory, and we're gonna go downstairs. This is the aluminum production area where we turn scrap into ingots for aluminum. Oh, hey, we got some exposed under area. Okay. This produces aluminum scrap from alumina solution. Anyways, it's a complex pain in the ass process, and I've got it balanced. I've got it balanced pretty well. Here are my H2O reservoirs. As long as they stay at about 50%, we're good. We're happy. Over here is my more recent, very successful mega project, I call it, where I use the looping plastic and rubber recipes, just looping them with fuel to increase the output on each iteration. And at this point I have 1,200, almost 1,200 and 1,200. 1,200 plastic and 1,200 rubber. Rubber lags for some reason. I'm not sure why. It's always a little bit under 1,200, but just only a little. I was thinking about making a second level just above these if I need to make more fuel production, but I also have the upstairs, which you'll see in here in just a second. I also incorporated the, these, whatever the fuck these things are. Okay, and here I got a little overzealous with making mask filters, gas filters. I got very overzealous. I'll probably scale that way back. But I wanted plenty of them so that I could make iodine infused filters, because I know I'm going to need them when I start really playing with nuclear power, because those will waste away on you like you need to have stacks if you're going to spend like a lot of time like around nuclear materials. So anyways, there's that. The front of this building I kind of made, I don't know, I like it. I still have to figure out what I want the entrance here for the ramp to look like. But other than that, I like it. I like it a lot. All this water beneath here is being harvested. There's a ridiculous number of pumps I should show you. Where are you? Come on, here we go. There's a lot of stuff going on under here. Lots of conveyor belts. This is just the crawl space, the little maintenance crawl space. This is the like the actual pumps. Some of them aren't even hooked up because I realized, oh, I don't need all of that right now. But yeah. What a big building. Okay. All right, we're going to our last big building project that we have so far. Well, it's not the last one. There's another one I'll take, but this is by far the most developed. And part of the reason is because we're already making stuff here. We're making iron ingots, I think, and caterium ingots. We've got caterium wire, iron plates, and plastic. Actually, we're importing plastic. We're not. Here we have iron ingots. We're making iron ingots there. We've got caterium ingots here. I suppose I need to finish that part of the building. Looks like I have some more work to do. Okay. And then what am I doing here? I'm making iron plates with plastic. I don't like that. I don't like that. This might have to change. You know. Anyways. Okay, we're going up. We're going up. Up. This will be another factory floor area. I just made this because it looked kind of cool. I was like, what happens if I kind of fuck with the geometry a little bit? And so, you know, we'll see how that develops as a part of decoration or whatever, but okay. And then 2 trains up here, but only one of them is currently being used. Do this. This is just really getting raw materials over there, so I'm not going to really show you. It's just a minor resource collector and a train stop. That's really all. But over here, well, we're importing, as you can see, we're importing some oil via pipes under here. And then we're probably, I'm going to make some supports so it doesn't look so unnatural, but it was hard enough getting the curve right. This guy's just taking bauxite, which is aluminum, and over here I found a pure, I think it was a pure cold node, which gave me the ability to make diamonds, which I need for, oh yeah, time crystals, which I need to make these light belts, conveyors, Mark 6 light belts. So, not sure why I have this going all the way up there, but that's that for the most part. I'm trying to think. I think that's basically everything. We're gonna just go back to the where we're going back to. We're going back to the bridge. It's not a bridge, but it's a suspension platform. I didn't know how else to really make it. I mean, I had some other ideas, but this was like the most, like, I don't know, I thought it seemed like the coolest. I'm going to have to finish it. And that'll require me to kind of angle it a little bit because, as you can see, it angles here. Because, I mean, if I don't, it'll just kind of look, it just looks unbalanced. Like there should be more mass on the other side of it to counter all the weight that's obviously overhanging. But, you know, thank goodness there's no physics. Yay! Okay. Oh, here's another place I have making a bunch of copper. What is it? Copper dust or copper powder, I think? Something like that. Oh, wait, no, it's not making up. What is it making? Oh, nuclear pasta. Oh, I need pressure conversion cubes for that. I didn't realize. Not that I oh my god. The autosave will sometimes just fucking entirely shit on everything you do. Like super lag. Alright. And so that's my base. At least it is now. Shit. It'll be different. It'll be different in the next few months.